Hello everyone, welcome to our day 2 setup. As you can see behind us, we've got a lot going on. Just a little background going into today's setup. I am definitely the type B teacher that works amongst like absolute chaos. That's kind of how I was raised. I'm trying to be better and to make changes to be a more organized teacher like this one. But it is really hard and it's a lot of work. And when we moved schools and we both took on leadership jobs and like decorating crew and all of that stuff, all of like those changes I was trying to make, unfortunately like fell to the back burner. So L'Oreal is super kind and she's gonna help me go through the cabinet that I've been pushing stuff into for like a year and a half. So we're gonna be breaking into that. You're gonna see some of that today. And part of our setup, since we have already been in our classrooms for a year and we've done a lot of work on decorations, is just reorganizing, cleaning. I have my fair share of reorganizing I'm gonna do as well, but we just have little projects that we pretty much do every year. I'm sure there's tons of teachers out there that every summer they do like a nice declutter, because you know throughout the year you're kind of just shoving and you're just surviving, especially in grades like K1. You can't leave stuff out without it getting ruined. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna take you guys along with you and explaining each part. We're gonna try to give you a rundown of what we're using, what you're seeing, so we don't have as many questions at the end. So if we miss something, feel free to drop it in the comment box below, but we are gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna be working on today. The kinder classrooms are super lucky. They have built-ins on either side. So she has one here, as well as one on this side of her room. Basically her room is just like a mirror. And she's already cleaned up this cabinet, and what she was doing was just pulling things out and basically putting them on tables. So like this is like center materials that need to be like organized, and this is seasonal stuff. Getting prepared here for kinder kickoff, that's tomorrow. And then this is like storage. So we're gonna show you guys us cleaning out the cabinet and sorting them in. So L'Oreal is helping me with some stuff that's higher up because she is so strong. And I am going to show you what this mess contains. So this is by far the most daunting table. It is, honestly, there will be more stuff added to this table because I have not yet organized some other bins that are behind my reading, or my small group reading table. But I had a horrible habit this last year of finishing a center with my kids or some small group activities and just tossing them in a bin like this, or in like a bag, or in a Ziploc, and not actually having any system in place to address that. So, which is really sad, because take a look. I have these really nice Sterilite bins that are all basically half empty and don't have any rhyme or reason to them. I have the photo task boxes from Michael's that everyone has. I have all kinds of bins. I even bought, there's a time when I saw these, maybe at the dollar store, for like flashcards and task cards for centers and things. And it just like has never happened. I've never solidified a system, and so that is my goal in the next week, is to set something up. I bought a ton of iris boxes on Amazon. I'll attach a link probably in our next setup video, because hopefully some of this stuff will be organized by then in those. But you can see here, like I even had parent volunteers like come in and start doing some like cutting and laminating for me, and they didn't finish and I didn't finish. So this is a lot of my focus in the next week, besides finishing like our boards and stuff, but stay tuned for that. This is the stuff that will probably be going in those bins that L'Oreal is pulling down, because it's either just like random decor items that will go with various bulletin boards, or it is like seasonal or unit-based things that I won't need for a while. Like we do a dinosaur unit, in kindergarten, so I've got all kinds of dinosaurs. These were for our graduation party. There's birthday bingo that I don't need that often. Our turkey costumes that we had left over from this year for Thanksgiving. So truly sticking those in bins. And then this is kind of miscellaneous items that, gosh, like bigger craft supplies that I need to figure out what to do with. Again, some more like of our science content. Okay. That I have to organize just because it's like super random stuff, as well as just an assortment of bins. So stay tuned. You guys will hopefully see in the next video how we address this. All right, so we are in my room now. We like to take frequent breaks. So when we're doing a project for a long time, it's nice to step away, move to a new space. We are in my classroom now. We're gonna start working on our first project in here. So let me show you what we're working on. If you watched our last setup video, L'Oreal explained that these are our school code of conduct rules, and she had placed these. They're so stinking cute with these big giant rainbow scales, and then a matter of weeks later, they put in these blinds that cover them. So first things first, we gotta move them down. I'm sure you guys can all relate to how many times we had to redo that spacing, just because there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just like trial and error, but it's perfect. And if you don't think so, we don't want to hear about it in the comments. It is perfect. Check it out. Guys, this is completely cleared out and we're done. I'm just kidding. Everything is just out of here. I have to go through everything and organize it. But L'Oreal is so freaking kind. She is going to staple up the corners of the contact paper that we cut out for the cityscape that unfortunately have fallen. And while she does that, I am going to actually take this border off of this board. We just made a tutorial for these gorgeous paper fans that can be used as garlands or borders. And I think I'm gonna give it a try just because we've only been gone. We put this up in June and it's curling and it's peeling because we made this a border, but I didn't use thick enough cardstock when I printed it. So I can only imagine when my kids get here and they start using their center stuff right here, that it's gonna just like tear apart completely. And those fans were shockingly durable. So I think I'm gonna try and put those here, but I need to take that border down first. So while she staples that vinyl, that's what I'll be doing. Go up and I'm gonna staple down the edges just because we live in a hot climate and over the summer it gets a little humid and the air is off. So things tend to like bubble and curl and not stay. So we always like to make sure things stay by putting a staple in it. And whenever we are stapling on black, the silver staples kind of show themselves more. So this is a cool hack we learned. We color the entire brick with a black Sharpie. And then when we put the staples in, they're going to be black and therefore will blend with the vinyl that is up. So cool hack that you guys can use to make your designs and your displays look really crisp and clean. Project we have kind of touched on it in our setup day one. I have these bins here from IKEA and it goes all the way across. My kids use it as a bench throughout the year and each bin has a purpose, and they were originally, let me see if they're still on this one. Yeah, they were originally decorated with, some had arrows, some I think had polka dots. Oh my God, look at this mess. Yeah, that's a problem. Some have words. I want to get them to where they all have words. So certain supplies that we have an excess of that students can, I don't mind them helping themselves too, because I don't want to deal with like, okay, everyone take out your highlighters, and it's like 8 kids raising their hand because they've lost their highlighters. I will have a bin here that they can help themselves to, and I regulate how much I put in at what point. So like at all times I'll have like 10 highlighters here, just so I can maintain, like if 10 are gone in a week, we obviously have a highlighter stealing problem. So these bins are for them to help themselves, but I want them labeled. Like this is cute and all, but it has no purpose. So I want them all to say highlighters with the same font using vinyl. But first I have to figure out what's in these bins. I kind of want a section for like students to help themselves to supplies on this side. In the center, I want maybe more like, obviously I have like storage and stuff for like math manipulatives and like games and stuff. And then over here, I want things that are gonna relate to maybe to like my reading corner or extra headphones or just slash whatever else I might need. So I just want them to be all consistent. So what Steph and I are gonna do next, we're gonna pull them all out, possibly pull off the old vinyl and put sticky notes of what we're gonna put as the new label, take a picture, take that picture home, cut the vinyl, and then reapply it. It's gonna look really good when it's done. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start taking these buckets out and deciding what needs to stay, what needs to go, what needs to change. So obviously, Play-Doh is gonna stay, but I don't want these. So we'll probably end up pulling these off, making a Play-Doh label. Okay. This will be math games. How about math board games? Okay, math board games. These are just 10 sticks in ones cubes that we end up passing out. I will eventually probably put these like in Tupperwares or containers, kind of like I started to when it comes to math, that I can just give each kid their own when we're doing like our hands-on math instruction. These are purchased at Dollar Store, so we'll probably keep it as math manipulatives in here. Steph and I love these headphones. We purchased them on Amazon. At one point I had a class set, and then on our student supply list, we started asking for headphones, which was like a really good idea, because those who bring it, it's great because they have their headphones all year and then we send them home with them. But those who don't, I always have like an extra bucket. So we'll put headphones on that one. Okay, this is just one of those drawers that ended up catching a bunch of stuff that didn't have a place. So we do a big Mother's Day thing. Actually, we didn't do it last year, but I just have a lot of extra materials from it I don't think I'll hold on to, so I'm going to be able to have an open bucket for something else. I'll have to think about what would be a good place or a good item to put in here. Maybe just a good old-fashioned snack drawer. Snack drawer? What do you guys think? How are the kids?
Do you want to keep this as pink erasers?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so we're just sticking out, just keep it consistent.
Totally.
All right, what drawer do you have there?
I think it's highlighters, but I'm worried I have another highlighter here.
This is one highlighter in it.
What about the one next to it? I can kind of see below.
Yeah, no, that's for sure highlighters.
Okay, so these need to go out. So I have another flex bin. So far I have accumulated 2 empty bins, which is not a problem. I will find a way to fill it.
Can you stick those in your highlighters? I'll just put them in that highlighters.
I'll put these on the back. Once I have the labels on these, it's going to be a lot easier for me to go through them and make sure that what's in there is supposed to be in there. But before I go home tonight and sit on my Cricut, I just want to make sure I'm not going back and missing any labels that I could be making ahead of time.
Are we keeping this Legos?
Yes, that's a fan favorite in our class.
Some bricks to build with, perhaps?
Well guys, another productive day. We're hoping by the next time we have time to film that we'll have actually gotten a lot done that we can share with you guys. A lot of it is organizational. But yeah, we're so excited that you guys come with us, that we can share more of our classroom. And yeah, hopefully if you have any questions, you can leave them down below, but hopefully we did answer quite a few.
Yeah, and we have big plans of, I know there's like a lot of questions coming through and we're gonna try to answer them, but we're gonna eventually do a Q&A of our classrooms. So after we finish filming all the setup. So if you're following our Instagram page, we're gonna put it in our stories, maybe this upcoming week, asking for your questions about our classroom specifically. And we're gonna sit and we're gonna explain it and we'll show you some things that you guys have been asking about. So if you're interested in that, head over to our Instagram page and watch out for the story asking.
Yeah, or just leave comments below. Go ahead and ask right away. If anything pops into your head, leave it with us. We're reading them all. We're just kind of compiling them for now. But again, we have a lot more to share in our next video, so make sure you're tuning in.
Yeah, so make sure you don't miss that video. So please make sure you subscribe to our channel, give this video a nice thumbs up, and
We hope to see you guys soon.